Prolonged standing, we all do through a typical day, whether it's at work, or you're in line at the bank, or even cooking in your own home. What happens is when people are standing for a certain length of time, they'll slowly start getting more and more uncomfortable to where they start feeling it, and then you start seeing them doing like this, because they're uncomfortable, okay? Because your back is telling you, move, move, move. So we're going to teach you some tricks on what to do. But before we teach you the tricks, it's important that you start to identify in the low back when you know you need to start implementing these tricks. You do not want to wait until you're like, oh, you're just really hurting your back, and then you finally do these things. It's a little too late. You want to start identifying where I can feel a little something, then you really need to be doing something to start breaking up that stress in your back. Because all that's happening is your body weight and gravity is slowly pressing down on your disc, and the disc is slowly seeping out water. As the disc compresses, it starts irritating the disc, it starts irritating your facet joints and irritating the nerve roots to where your body starts sending out pain signals. The body's doing that so that it's telling you to move. Okay? So, let's get to it. Standing in place. If you're somewhere that you can use a chair or a stool or something like that, putting one foot up for, it could be 10 seconds, it could be 30 seconds. What this does, because when we're standing just in place, the body weight kind of pushes and we're just kind of sinking into it. And it gets to us in the small of our back. So when you start identifying it by putting your foot up on something, now you've shifted your body weight over just enough to the standing leg. So it does change where the pressure is in your spine. So I stay here it doesn't have to be long, and then I would just put my other foot up. So now I'm shifting the weight to the other side. So if I'm standing somewhere working, and it doesn't even have to be that high, it could be even something like a block, or opening the cabinet. If you're at the kitchen sink, or opening the cabinet and just putting your foot into the edge of the cabinet. That's enough to actually take the pressure off. But you want to switch the feet up regularly and frequently. So I'll stand here. When I start getting a little uncomfortable, it's time to move, go to the other one. Back and forth. So putting your foot up on something, okay, that helps. Another thing with prolonged standing, if you don't have anything to put your foot up on, okay, you can do the little hip shift. You've seen people stand like this and the hip goes out. Okay, well, we don't want you doing that, okay? But by putting one foot forward and putting the majority of your weight on the back leg, this is doing the same thing where I'm shifting the pressure over, but I'm not letting my hip drop. But then again, I'm going to shift these legs back and forth frequently. So it could be frequent, it could be every 10 seconds, every 30 seconds. Shift till you start getting a little uncomfortable, shift back and forth. Now, the last technique is one of my favorites. If you're standing in line somewhere at the bank or anywhere, even cooking or cutting up stuff, you can do what I call the dance. Basically, you just start rocking back and forth. What this is doing now, your center of gravity, pressure is now moving from side to side, not staying in one spot to cause the irritation. So you can sit there and just go back and forth, side to side. I can sit here and I can do this for a good hour. My feet will start hurting before my back starts hurting, actually. But if I stop and I just stand here, within about a minute or two, I'm going to start feeling it in my small of my back. Okay. Now, you can also just put one foot forward and you just rock forward and back like so. Okay. And again, you want to switch feet when you're going to be doing the little dance trick, back and forth. And that's prolonged standing. Thanks for watching.